Hello everyone and welcome. We are going to do kind of a little bit of everything reading, I think, today. I'm picking up on this sense of like hopelessness and maybe like a mourning of one's old life to an extent. You know, the spiritual journey really takes a lot of sacrifice, and that's completely why it's not for everyone. You know, Spirit's really saying here, though, to look at how far you've come, especially like in the last 5 years. Even if it's felt very slow or like minimal changes, like if you were to really sit down and write down all of the changes that have taken place. And I'm getting that this has been in a real isolation period, that you would be able to see for yourself a lot that has changed within you. And there's really a call to try to stay positive here. The full moon in Libra just happening on the 12th. The full moons can really intensify energy of whatever you're feeling. So it's just kind of like this feeling of knowing this too shall pass. It's just a weak moment I'm hearing. It's just a down moment, and this feeling is not going to last forever. So I wanted to start off with the Intuitive Whispers Oracle by Maud Hurst and get just some positive, maybe some uplifting messages from Spirit for the Divine Feminines here listening. And then we will check in on the Divine Masculines and get a little bit of a love reading here as well. Okay, so kind of a little bit of everything. So Spirit Guides, Angels, and Ancestors, what do you need to tell our Divine Feminines today to uplift their spirit? What do they need to know to help uplift their spirit here? Okay, so wow, we do have unraveling, and I'm getting root chakra very prevalent here. This makes complete sense. It feels like you're coming undone. Thank you, Spirit. The magic of nothingness. Okay, so 34 could be significant. 2s could be significant on your journey. Spirit's really saying here that to be okay in this in-between. Okay, you don't really have like, you're not really sure about your future. You're trying to let go of your past. It is intense energy, okay? All you can do in this moment is stay positive and find the magic in this void right now. It's a bit of a void. Whoa. Okay, that was way too many. Okay. What else can you tell us, Spirit? I started feeling really tired when I started this reading too. So someone here could be really feeling just exhausted, probably exhausted of the journey itself. I totally understand that feeling. I have felt it myself. So ground from the root. So like I said, with the root chakra, okay? So a root chakra healing of some sort you need to look at. 5 is all about changes, okay? There could be a root chakra blockage that you're dealing with that's bringing in this hopelessness, and maybe there's a subconscious block of not feeling quite good enough for this journey, okay? Which makes sense, especially if you're on this journey with a twin flame. They typically have a block where they don't feel good enough for the Divine Feminine. So there can be many other blocks, but that's usually one of them. like an intimidation factor or just not feeling good enough. And so Spirit's saying to look at that here. Look at where you are not feeling good enough for this life that you're trying to manifest or call in for yourself. 39, vulnerability is power, okay? So maybe you're working on that right now or needing to work on that. Being able to be vulnerable, okay? And not feeling bad for that. Not honing in on shame or guilt when you are vulnerable or you are able to be very open with someone about your feelings. Exactly. Clearing limited beliefs. 17 could be significant. Okay, birds could be very significant. I'm getting Leo energy very strong here too, and red is really sticking out. So clear limiting beliefs. Okay, so like I was just talking about with the subconscious blocks. Okay, maybe try subliminals or guided meditations that help with clearing subconscious negativity. There is a ton on YouTube to help with that if you don't do any of that type of work at this point in time. Subliminals and guided meditations are very helpful for helping clear those blockages of not feeling good enough for the things you're trying to call in for your life here. Okay, we have move your body to move your emotion. Okay, so again, with the movement practice, this has been coming up a lot. So the need to exercise is good, not just so that, you know, we keep our physical bodies in shape, but also to be mentally strong, right? It helps move stuck emotion as well, which can hinder the way we think. Wisdom of the solar plexus and inspiration hunt. Okay, so when I get inspiration hunt, it's really saying like, get out there and see what inspires you. Okay, I feel for somebody here, there's been maybe quite some time where nothing has inspired you. Maybe even I could go as far as to say like maybe a bit of a depression, a bit of a state of depression. Maybe the whole journey has kind of depressed you in a sense for certain reasons. We were talking about the mourning of the old life. It could also be tied to the longing of your counterpart. But there's this real need to like fill up your own cup at this time. And we know this journey is about turning and focusing on ourselves and healing all of our past traumas. Solar plexus healing as well. So we have the root and the solar plexus really needing to be looked at here right now. Okay, that's for the feminine. Just a little bit of advice on things you could kind of look into or do to help you in this moment if you are in this like 5 of Pentacles morning energy here. Okay, we do, let me see, I do want to check in on the divine masculine energy with this deck, but this was on the bottom of the deck, so it's saying here specifically too, blocked, but also no communication. This is Mercury here, which is communication, so this is definitely a connection that's been in no communication for quite some time here. Let's just see what else wants to come out for the... Okay, so we have 5 of Wands. There's been a lot of challenges and obstacles here. Okay, there's been resistance. Also a little bit of jealousy, possibly. We have Leo energy here. And we also have the planet of Saturn, which is all about needing to bring in some discipline into your life. And we've been talking about this so much, it's almost like a broken record, but it's what's coming through really strongly is discipline, and specifically a spiritual discipline here. Okay, this journey really calls for that. Okay, now we have the 9 of Wands. We have the moon energy here, so hidden passions I'm hearing. And Sagittarius energy, this is distance, needing space, tired. So with that tired energy, needing the space to heal, okay, apart. Very important to heal. I'm getting like, if this were to come together when you wanted it to come together, there would have been, you guys had the potential to really hurt each other, okay, because of past wounding here. And not even like, not intentionally even, but because of the past wounding not being looked at. We have the Nine of Pentacles. So we have Virgo energy here. And we also have the planet of Venus, so the planet of love, okay? Specifically in this deck, this is talking to abundance, wealth, luxury lifestyle, financially independent, liking attention. So I'm kind of getting a like playboy-ish type energy going on here. We have Temperance, so Sagittarius, again, this is calling for alchemy here, okay? So both of you really have to transmute this negative energy within and become the best versions of yourself. That's very important here. It's calling for transformation, and not just transformation of the physical. Sometimes, a lot of times, one will be working on a physical transformation while the other is like in hermit mode, working on an inner transformation, and then that will flop or switch here, okay? Oh, a card did flip up. We have the Devil. Wow, okay, so there's been, I'm getting strongly some type of addictions that have been hindering and blocking this connection as well. You may not even be aware of it, okay? And it could be addictions to anything. It could even be addictions to video games, okay? You could very much not be aware of this. This is also Saturn, so this is really calling for discipline, okay? And if this isn't you, if you're in a very strong, disciplined spiritual practice at this moment, this masculine is trying to work on this, okay? They may have gone through a pretty intense physical transformation, but that had nothing to do with the spiritual or inner transformation, the soul transformation, calling the bits of your soul back to yourself that have been lost through trauma, childhood trauma, adult trauma, loss, you know, death of close people in your life, certain things like that, okay? I am being called to the karmic ties here as well. Oh, wow. Oh, wow, this is beautiful. These all three came out together. 19 has come out a couple times here. We have the Page of Cups, the Empress, and the Sun. That is absolutely beautiful. So more Leo energy, lots of fire, and I'm getting earth, fire and earth here. The Sun, so 19, a lot to do with like the movement of your body too, like just finding happiness, trying to be as high vibration as possible, filling your cup, doing the self-love, loving yourself the way you want to be loved, right? And we have the Empress here. This is Taurus energy, and also, I mean, this is the divine feminine here, right? This is the mother. You could be a mother. You could have children. This is being in your creation energy. You're meant to be creating, okay? So if you're not quite creating, if there's this procrastination, that's where this like hopelessness is coming in. It's almost like I'm kind of hearing like I don't know where to start, and this could be the masculine too. So just put it where it fits if you are in a good spiritual discipline right now. But I'm just hearing that there could be a little stagnancy in getting something off the ground a bit, okay? And then we have the Page of Cups. So this is a message of love, and we did have Mercury out here as well, talking about communication. Okay, so they have a real sensitivity towards you. They really do care deeply. It's been very hard for them to be vulnerable. Very, very difficult. They almost like shun away at that, okay? Vulnerability, like it's not their comfort zone at all. Excuse me. Whoa, my throat chakra just completely closed up. They are very scared to talk. Very scared to talk. We have Taurus energy again with the High Priestess, but I'm being called to the secretiveness of that. This masculine may have started to feel very cold towards you. So sorry about that. My throat chakra just literally, it's like anytime they went to speak, they just couldn't do it. They couldn't do it in this past here between you guys. Whew. Okay. Spirit was wanting me to know how difficult it is for them to tell you how they feel. That's a tough one. That's a real tough one to overcome, because if you are that terrified of speaking your truth, that's, I mean, this masculine probably had a lot of times where they did speak their truth and it didn't go over well. Okay, that maybe they were shunned, maybe they were not loved after they spoke their truth in some way. And so all they've learned is that if they're honest with their feelings and if they're vulnerable, they're just going to be pushed away. That's really hard. That's a hard wound to overcome. The only way, I mean, how do you overcome that other than starting to speak your truth and being shown that that's not the case, right? We have, with the Hidden Heart Oracle, resistance, okay? So again, with the Secret Admirer, same with the High Priestess here. Again, with twos. So twos could be very prevalent on your journey. You could be seeing that a lot, okay? Suppressing, okay? They've been suppressing their feelings and been very, very timid, okay? Wanting to apologize, wanting to return, wanting to say they're sorry for not speaking up, okay? But there's exhaustion to this connection, and you could be feeling that even if you're not sure why you're really feeling exhausted. You are picking up on the energy of the connection. It says depletion, drained, and this has been a long journey. I just heard long journey. I'm just sitting here. I feel very tired. Boundaries, drawing the line, enough. Okay, so you definitely walked away from this. Maybe you were trying to kind of be in the background and be supportive without being pushy, I'm hearing. But you kind of had to put a wall up here. You kind of had to put a wall up. You may have blocked them at one point and unblock them. Confusion, uncertain, unclear, unsure. And I'm just looking at the feminine here. So this boundary had to go up because you have been so confused by this. You know what you were feeling. You know what you were feeling intensely, but it never being confirmed. You have these feelings of doubt and hopelessness on this journey and all these things, right? Like, am I just crazy, or, you know, what I was feeling real? Heart fog. So mixed signals, blocked emotions, messed up. Okay, so exactly what this whole thing has been saying. Okay, this masculine definitely was giving off mixed signals. Maybe was like more hot and heavy at one point, and then really like clammed up and got cold once they realized they had true feelings, because they could not see themselves being vulnerable. Okay, but there is a healing going on, and there is a past life to this connection here. Very, very strongly past life. This feels very twin flame. Healing, releasing, purifying, and cleansing. Both in a healing stage. If you know it or not, right? You're healing a lot of things subconsciously, even we are daily, okay? And then this is just confirmation that this is a past life connection here. Okay, let's get some messages from your person, from the Divine Love Oracle. What would they say right now if they could say it, if they could get rid of this throat chakra blockage and be able to come forth in vulnerability, out of their ego, Spirit? What would they say? What would they say today if they could say it? Okay, my emotions for you are running deep. Ooh, I just heard that song. Is it Tony Braxton? Killing me softly with his song. Killing me softly. Most of you probably know that song. You can look it up and get the messages. Killing Me Softly, that must be the name of it. And I believe it's Tony Braxton. I sometimes feel you deserve so much better than me. We said that earlier without this even coming out. Okay, that's the other thing. It's crazy to think like the love is so strong that they think that you were better off without them. And in a sense, that's really like true love, isn't it? I want to come into alignment with you. They maybe thought they needed so much work and have been working on themselves, for years, I'm hearing. To feel deserving, that's something they really need to heal internally. I wanted to tell you so many times already how much I missed you, how much I miss you. Missing you like crazy. I just heard. Missing you like crazy. I lack courage to come back to you. That's what they would say today in this moment, right? But we do have the sun here, and the sun, I get courage with that. I get Leo energy, passionate energy here, okay? The sun being very significant. I can feel your presence even though we are apart. And you know that too. You can't let it go. It's not something you can sever. I mean, you're always gonna live with it. And coming to that realization too, like maybe feeling hopeless in that sense, right? That this is something you have to live with now. Now that you've encountered it, it has to be lived with, okay? There's no way to like sever it. And you know that by time, right? Because it's been so much time and it won't go away. And that's been very important for them because everything goes away with time for them, right? Except for this. I am hopeful we will reunite again. I've been dreaming about having a future with you. And the last reading I did, there was something about someone having a dream here about their masculine coming in, like finally coming in or giving you a call or something to that extent. Let's do one more, Spirit, before we close this out. I feel just like a very timid energy. It's like I'm almost talking quieter, it's a very timid energy. Not sure how to come through. We have, I fell in love with you the moment we connected. And that's exactly what completely freaked them out. Never experiencing something like that, right? Let's get the astrology dice and see what it wants to say today. Okay, so we had 19 a few times and we have 9 here. So that represents the 9th house, which deals with successful divinations, journeys, and long distance travel. Okay, so you guys could really be at a distance. This did talk about distance and no contact here. You could really be like in separate places at this time. It also is concerned with the environment and weather, as well as reputations and glory. Okay, and then we have, I believe this is Taurus energy here, which Taurus did come out quite a few times. Yes, sensitivity, stubbornness, hurt feelings, emotional responses, holding grudges. So maybe that's a block, especially with the root chakra. I mean, grudges, I'm getting grudges with family members, okay? Something to do with the family lineage and needing to forgive maybe the parents or a parent, okay? I'm getting that really strong here. And then we have Jupiter, which is all about expansion and growth, okay? So especially with this healing card here, this is telling me that this connection is being healed at this time, okay? It is definitely being healed finally. I'm getting this sense, and I have been picking up on this, of the journey was procrastinated on a bit, and you may very well know that procrastination may be something or have been something that you've needed to really work on in this journey, okay? And that's mirroring with the divine counterpart. All right, my loves, I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope it gave you a little bit of guidance, helped strengthen your intuition on what you're already knowing and feeling. I love you very much. And until next time, love and light.